Now, if you read the whole Genesis creation again, you will notice two things. There were only two things God created. Now, He created many things. Are we following? But they can be categorized into two things. And in business, we call them number one, natural resource, and then human resource. Natural resource comprises of the animals, the wind, the waters, all of these things, the minerals in the soil. Is somebody following what I'm explaining? These are the two categories of the creation we see that happened in the Genesis chapter 1. And then the verse 26 now makes us understand that God created the man to supervise all of this natural resource. Oh my Jesus. It makes you know, the reason why we are where we are in Nigeria is not far-fetched. A nation that focuses more on natural resource and forgets the human resource that was created to actually exploit the natural resource to create capital resources, you will be poor. When a lot of people are just saying the things they say about Nigeria, I'm just smiling. Really, so you know when you are shocked that the people are shocked, you don't get. It was like when people were complaining about all of the nonsense that was happening on social media about a young lady that was sleeping, maybe 10 years old girl. You saw all of those news. I was shocked that people were shocked because all of them were all watching BP Nigeria together at that time, and they were seeing everything that was going on, and you didn't caution the child. Now she's manifesting what you have seen. You are not shocked. People can only manifest what they've learned. It's the same thing with addiction. The thing you're addicted to, you learned it. Is somebody listening to me? Don't let anybody. Of course, I know that these things spirits take advantage, but I'm saying you can cast out the spirit and somebody is still manifesting the addictive property because they learned it. So if you were able to learn it, unlearn it. There's so many things we over spiritualize. The thing just always make me amazed. Like, what are we doing as the church? It's a proof we don't stay with God. So I said two things: natural resource, human resource. And human resource was created to dominate and exploit the natural resource to now innovate and create capital resources. Things like machines, things like everything. See, God is not going to create anything new again. That's what the preacher was saying, that there's nothing new under the sun. What man just does is innovation, not necessarily creation. God created, man innovates with the creation God has created. Is it simple to understand? So out of the tree, man sat down, innovated, created furniture, created chairs. This is the way this thing works. And until a nation go and check all of the developed nations, all of the developed nations. It's so amazing now that most of these countries, they are not even so endowed with natural resources the way Africa is endowed with natural resources. But they've understood what I'm teaching you in church today. They know that the real resource is the man. So they spend more, and then there's a term in economics called Human Development Index. We'll get there when we are talking about national development. Before now, the things they used to measure the development of a nation are things like, GDP, GNP. GDP is gross domestic product. And what it explains is that, they calculate the total product that were created in a country, that were produced, in a country, and they use it to measure the growth of that country. So that was what was used to measure the growth and the development of a country before now, economic growth and economic development. But then they found out that this in itself is actually deficient, because it's not capturing so many other things that needs to be captured. So the World Bank created something known as the Human Development Index, which really they used to measure. It is the most superior measurement tool that is used to measure economic development of a nation. Are you getting me? And things that the Human Development Index encompasses are things like the per capita income, that is income per head of everybody in that particular nation, things like healthcare service, things like welfare, things like education, access to education. Because this is really what matters. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. This is the real measure of the development of a nation. So every of those developed countries, you see that they invest in things that makes the human resource more developed, so that it can be able to exploit the natural resource and create capital resources. Look at, and I hope United, because I was hearing some of us saying, I don't know who was giving the contribution, that school in Nigeria is scam, run away and go to the US. Why it sounds very, very interesting. I hope you know the US is not the most developed country. It's not even part of the first 10. Make your research. You see, a lot of Nigerians say things they don't know. I wake up in the morning, you go to all these newspaper joints, you see old men arguing what they don't even know. People saying GDP that, Buhari that. Most of the problem I'm not saying the man tenure was good, but most of the things you attribute to the man self is shocked that you're attributing it to him. Because don't forget where I started from, what education was meant to help you do. The real etymology of education is to what? To bring forth. That's what education means. So it is learnings that will help you bring forth a capacity that has been wired on your inside. So any nation that does not invest in education automatically will be poor. Believe what I'm sharing with you. They will be poor. Look at all of the underdeveloped nations. You will see a lot of things a lot of similarities. Number one, education is poor. Number two, they don't value their citizens. The way people die in Nigeria is so alarming. One citizen will die in the United States, or they even kidnap one citizen. You will see the way the army and everybody, they are trying to get. Yeah, you will hear they abducted 200 and something ladies, and you know they just come on stage and say, let's have 1 minute silence for the people that the overstate. And after 1 minute silence, that's the end. So tell me why they will not be poor. Because we don't value the resource that is actually to dominate and exploit the natural resources we have. Go and check it everywhere in the world. Most of the Nigerians that are in diaspora, these guys are doing excellently well. Believe, go and check it. I was checking the statistics of the United States. I think out of 100%, I can't really say the actual statistics now, but I think maybe 60-something% that are educated over there are more Nigerians than even their own citizens. It just lets you know how God has really blessed us. But we are yet see, this is why I pity many people are just shouting 20. You know our generation, we can shout on Twitter. 2023 election, this one, that, but this one. I'm not mentioning any candidate now. It's someone listening to me. But I'm saying that we are focusing on the wrong thing. Go and check this. This has we are not. The same thing that is playing out now is what I played out in 1992-1993 election during MQ Abiola time. Believe what I'm sharing with you. The many things we are complaining about today is what they complained then. Food. This one. How can't we learn? I hope you know the problem is not food. Even in as worse as Nigeria, as worse as the whole economy is presently, I hope you know you are still eating. Some people are still eating 2-3 square meals in a day, and yet what you are agitating for is you want somebody that will give you food. Is that really the problem? People that will tell you will create honor, will create employment. How do you want to create it is what you want to see. Don't come and tell us that you will create it. How? People that don't even know anything. And yet even the person that is here to enter now, see the demand is going up and down, making research already. I'm not mentioning any name, but if you are wise, you know what I'm saying. Making research on what to do before it even comes on board. And the many people you are shouting you want to carry there. I don't know who taught us this philosophy that the angel you know, the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. It's not me and you. God did not tell me to pick devil any day.